Hello, one and all. Some of you may already know me, but for those of you who don't, my name is Anita, fun like this, the Secker. I would like to share with you some of what has been going on in my life and my current journey. I'm sure, like all humans, it's natural for you to be curious and interested. I would be too. For the past 12 years, I've been taking medication for my ADHD. I was on Adderall. I started taking it in college, and it really helped me focus. After a while, I couldn't function without it. I became addicted. It is a highly addictive substance. Some of you may know what it's like if you've tried such meds in the past or are currently on them. Before I proceed about being open with my journey, for those of you out there taking this medication who truly need it, no judgment at all. It's an individual decision. We're all human. Humanity is a beautiful thing. I am discussing my decision solely and why I decided to stop taking Adderall. Those of you taking it may have great control and reasoning while taking these medications. For me, my initial reasons to help control my ADHD became addictive reasons. I started taking one tablet 2 times a day. I should have stopped there, but then I took a third and a fourth. When I began to analyze and ask myself why, I realized I was struggling with addiction over the past few years, and I needed to stop. During this analysis, I realized I'd been struggling and fighting an addictive mindset and behaviors. I'd been lying to myself about taking that 4th and 5th pill, and I became withdrawn. The analysis made me realize I was so dependent on it. I always needed to make sure I had it. I'm still proud of my ADHD, but that addictive behavior is not something I'm proud of. I asked my doctors to prescribe more, asked people around me if they had extra doses. I was afraid of not having enough to satisfy my addiction. There's really a limit to how much a doctor can prescribe with medications like this, but I was worried I wouldn't have enough. I realized this trend of behaviors was exhibiting a control problem. I couldn't get a grip. Of late, I began getting into health coaching. I'm currently on the road to becoming a health coach. I've always wanted to work with people and help them feel good about themselves. However, I realized, how can I help others if I'm struggling with these addictive behaviors and mindsets? And my anxiety is controlling me as everything around me revolves on Adderall. I didn't want to see myself falling into that trap or drowning, which I actually did. So I decided to get to work and see if I can indeed do without Adderall and instead turn to herbal supplementation and vitamins. I'm into herbalism and decided to try it myself. Whoa. The results are astonishing. I completely stopped Adderall. As of this past Friday, it's been 3 weeks, and next week I'll be celebrating my 1-month anniversary. It feels like freedom. While I was addicted, I was so worried about where I would get my next dose, I completely forgot about my husband, my responsibilities, commitments, friends, and family. I literally shut the door on them, and the only door I kept open was that of my addiction. That's not the direction I'd like to see my life heading. I did entertain the thought of attending support groups or going to rehab if the herbal supplements didn't help. I figured I would join if it didn't work. I wanted and I needed help. In my studies as a coach, I'm learning if I tell clients or anyone I may work with in the future, even children, you should try this or maybe try that. Why don't you try that without having tried it myself and witnessing the results firsthand? It just feels wrong. It wouldn't be the right thing to do. I don't believe anyone deserves that kind of advice. Go ahead, try that if I haven't done so myself. It feels like a lie, and I'm being dishonest. I didn't want that. So here I am, ready, motivated, and committed to do it. If I can do it, that means my future clients and those around me can try different options if I tested it and witnessed the results for myself. But I have to be the one to take that initial step and try to withdraw from medication. I've been in touch with people who have been on the road to recovery and withdrawal. Their support is overwhelming. I can discuss or ask anything and receive their support. The support from my family, wow, especially my husband, who has a huge heart, is patient and believes in me, even when I've been doubting myself, telling myself, I don't think I can do this. He was right there cheering me on, saying, I got this. I remember the first Friday 3 weeks ago. It was raining quite hard all day, and my arthritis had been acting up. I was in excruciating pain. I believe some of my arthritis happened as a result of Adderall. The amphetamine salts release some kind of chemicals. I'm not sure how exactly it works. So I was lying there, telling myself to think positive. I was doing meditation. I asked my spiritual tribe for some help with meditation and did some activities in my moon workbook. I did writing in my journal about thinking positive. I was assuring myself to stay focused and positive. I still had a few pills left in a bottle on a shelf. They were staring at me like, can you do this? I used to be a smoker for 7 years. I quit 2 years ago. I left a carton of cigarettes with me during my quitting process as a reminder that I can do this. That was my mindset to help me handle my smoking habits, and I did quit. I feel these two experiences are parallel. I now have it with the pill bottle. Day 2, it wasn't easy, but I continued to stay positive. If I did it the first day, I can do it. And I had the support of my wonderful husband, my friends, my family, and my spiritual tribe. On the third day, I woke up early. I felt my mood was different. I remember waking up and feeling, that's me. That's what I was like during my childhood. I was carefree, fooled around, and if I saw the house was a little bit messy, I didn't even give it a second thought. When I was on medication, any little thing made me cranky. If it was messy, forget it. My day was over. I laughed a little bit and thought, wow, old Anita is back. I didn't get overly excited. It's lots of hard work. But on the third day, I did notice a huge change, and I was amazed. I started telling my close friends, my neighbors, and family. They were so supportive and cheered me on. So that's my journey. Wow. I will expand upon my journey in my next vlog. Now, when I wake up, I look forward to a new day. And in school with my studies, I feel I can do this. I can work with a variety of people, young to old. I'd like to emphasize mental health is a completely separate thing from my story. When a doctor diagnoses you, please listen. I'm not a doctor, nor am I a diagnostician or here to say I know best. I'm just speaking from my heart. This is my experience, my journey, my story, and I own it. I feel life has a purpose, and I'm exploring and journeying. So thanks for joining me for the ride. Thank you. Bye-bye.